I am now. Thank you so much, Don. I get so excited I forget to record. Don, you are a lifesaver. Everybody thank Don for making sure I recorded. I think he deserves a high five from everybody. Awesome. So I'll start with what is Direct Mail 2.0. We'll jump in for the recorded people that aren't here today that are going to listen to it later. So Direct Mail 2.0 is a marketing solution that is designed to seamlessly track the effectiveness of direct mail while enhancing the results through cross-channel marketing and integrating with digital platforms that you're going to learn about today. So we have one dashboard that manages everything. This is what's really cool. And this is why I think a lot of people are interested in integrating this technology, is because they don't want to go out and have to sign up for 6 or 7 or 8 different technologies to help their client. One dashboard manages everything. And your branding will also be right at the top of the dashboard so that your clients are going to see you and your brand, not us, because we are a white label technology that works in the background. So there are 7 technologies that are bundled together, and I'm going to quickly go over what those 7 technologies are today. So those 7 technologies are sold as a bundled package. I like to call it the burger, fries, and Coke model. And it really is the best model because your clients all need all of these technologies to make sure that their direct mail campaign goes as well as it possibly can be. And you're going to make more money by selling it as a package. Mark will explain that. And it's just better all around for everybody. So we're going to jump into what are those 7 technologies really quickly. So the first one starts with social match. Social match is where we actually pre-match your mailing list to social media profiles, and we directly target those social media profiles with ads before, during, and after the mail hits their mailboxes. So I want you guys to picture this. You're probably, most of you are probably Facebook users or Instagram users. Imagine if you got digital ads promoting an offer that you just got in the mail a day ago or tomorrow, and how compelling that would be for you. This is such an amazing service because everyone is on social media. The social media numbers are skyrocketing, and the fastest growing demographic of the social media is over 65. The fastest growing demo is over 65. So Facebook is actually maturing as a technology. So we're hitting a very wide direct mail audience by advertising directly to Facebook and Instagram at the same time that you're mailing. So this is the social match dashboard. It'll show the total pieces that are being mailed for that campaign. It'll show how many people were reached. We typically will see just on average about 40, 50%. So you'll see here, depending on the audience, some audiences will see a higher reach rate than others, like the younger audience, of course, will see very high reach rates. It'll show the amount of impressions that audience saw and how many clicks back to the website. Your client will also see the example of the ad. And if they click on that, they're actually going to be sent to their personal news feed to see what it looks like to be in their prospect's shoes. There's also granular reporting that'll show every single mailing list and how well that mailing drop did on social media. It's an amazing service. And that's just one of 7. So now we go into mail tracking. We have to track mail, guys. People spend a lot of money on mail. Mail is usually 4 or 5 figures. It's not cheap. So the least we can do is provide your client with some projections and track it. So we're going closer and closer to a B2C experience with mail tracking. That's why I'm showing you guys the Amazon screenshot here, so you can get an idea of like what our goal is. We want mail tracking to be as close to that Amazon experience as possible for your client. So our mail tracking dashboard will show the overall delivery percent, the projected and the mailed, and it has a beautiful, stunning Google map where they can actually drill down to each individual piece and see where that piece was delivered in real time. There's also a projection graph that'll show when the mail is supposed to hit mailboxes, that's the green bar, and when the mail did hit mailboxes based on those projections. So they'll normally see a little legend here, so they'll just see right away that mailing is supposed to hit on Wednesday, and then when Wednesday comes, boom, the mailing arrived on Wednesday as promised. And there's also a great reporting section that some of your clients might want to drill down and find out which pieces were delivered and which pieces were not. That's mail tracking. It's an awesome system. So now we jump into informed delivery. So raise your hands if you know what informed delivery is. I kind of just want to case the room here. Okay, wow, good job, guys. I have an informed delivery crowd. So Really quickly, for those who don't, Informed Delivery is it's an email or an app with a notification hosted by the US Post Office that actually notifies you every single morning, typically between, I find, 7 to 8 a.m., of what pieces of mail are hitting your mailbox later that day and what packages. It's a totally free service. In my opinion, it was the best thing the post offices came out with since the postage stamp, and it's actually hitting the US by storm. These numbers are outdated because every month they're outdated. But I can tell you the last time I got numbers, it was 35 million people using Informed Delivery, 20% of the direct mail audience. Think about that. That's 1 out of 5 pieces you guys are mailing right now are being viewed digitally with Informed Delivery. They're currently signing people up by over 1 million a month. And 86%, I think this is the best one of all of them. 86% of the people are looking at their email every single day. So what we're doing is we're partnered with Informed Delivery. We are basically making it so that your client is not, I like to have this contrast here in this image. Your client is not the Chase envelope, but the beautiful furniture ad above it. So right now, if you don't do anything and you guys just send the mail out the good old fashioned way, this is what your clients are going to look like. They're going to be like that Chase statement, black and white, kind of bland, and it doesn't go anywhere. They can't even click it to go to a call to action. What we're doing is we're making it pop and we're giving it a call to action. So right there, when they're drinking their morning coffee, they can just click on it and go right to the landing page or wherever you want that your client wants them to go. Pretty incredible. I mean, look at it this way. The US Post Office is doing marketing for you guys. Come on, this is such an opportunity. So here's our dashboard. So the client's going to see how many emails went out, how many were opened, and how many were clicked. And this will give you a little idea on what the current saturation is. Florida is kicking butt. California is doing really well, and so is the Northeast, of course. So there are a couple options with Informed Delivery. There's just the ride-along ad, and then there's what's called the representative image and the ride-along ad. Okay, awesome. All right. Oh, and I don't have too much time for questions right now because we want to leave a lot of time for Mark. So for any questions, we're going to have to save those for later. Sorry about that. Call tracking. So call tracking is just a dedicated phone number that you're going to be essentially leasing from our system. That can be a local number or a toll-free number that allows us to track exactly who is calling from the mailing. So without a shadow of a doubt, your clients will know and you will know that the mail is actually working and that calls are coming in. And a lot of leads get dropped, guys. And you probably know this with the service industry. People don't pick up the calls. They don't call people back. So that's why this is such an important system to be able to track every single lead, have a full recording of the voicemail or the conversation, and return the calls. Okay. Really cool system. So now we jump into online follow-up, and we're making through this really quickly. So basically, online follow-up is solving and helping us solve the problem of people going to websites and not converting. These are some really, really big numbers, but 90% of interested people will visit a website and not, or before taking any action, before picking up the phone, before visiting a business for the first time, they're gonna go to the website. And out of that 90%, this is what's really incredible, is 96% or more will leave the website without taking any action. So the next 3 technologies I'm about to show you guys are all related to that problem. We're actually working very hard on solving that issue. The first solution to that is online follow-up. This is Google advertising using the Google Display Network. And this is essentially retargeting. You guys have all been retargeted before. Unless you've lived under a rock or a cave, you've experienced this. You go to a website, there's a pixel that'll actually identify your browser, and it will follow you around the internet after you leave the website, right? And it'll do it on mobile devices, it'll do it on your desktop, everywhere you go. And that's online follow-up. So we're bringing that to direct mail, which is really cool because these banner ads are going to look exactly the same as the mailing. So that whatever drove that person to the website is going to be following them around after they leave the website for 30 entire days, okay? Then concurrently with that, we're doing social media follow-up. This is Facebook and Instagram. This is similar to the online follow-up, kind of the same concept of a pixel following people around after they leave the website. However, this is specifically showing ads on the person's Facebook and Instagram newsfeed, okay? they're actually going to see right there on their password protected feed the ad for your client's offer. It could be a video, it could be a still image, whatever, for 30 days. Here's the dashboard showing the unique visitors, how many ads the person saw, and how many clicks back to the website, which is the ultimate goal. And just some really cool stats here. 92% of people access their social media every single day. And half of those people are on 3 to 4 hours a day. Oh my gosh, right? I'm surprised we get anything done. The fastest growing new profile demo is 65 and up. So next time you have one of those nonprofit clients going, yeah, this isn't for our audience, show them that, okay? I promise you it is for their audience. All right, so now we're saving the best for last of the 7 technologies. Lead Match is near and dear to my heart. I love this technology because it's so vast and it can help anybody. This is a service where with a simple pixel on a website, we can identify anonymous website visitors. We can identify their home address, what pages that address visited on the website, in what sequence they visited those pages, and for exactly how long they were on those pages. Just imagine having the power to do that. And this product is so inexpensive that anyone can sell it. So here's what the deliverables look like. As soon as that pixel is applied to your client's website, you're going to be able to pull these reports daily, weekly, bi-weekly, whenever you want. And they're going to show actual home addresses for leads, warm to hot, because these people are not on their website on accident, okay? When was the last time you guys went on a website on accident? Doesn't happen very much. You're usually deliberately checking things out because you're interested. So these home addresses are actually going to be pulled automatically without the user having to even do anything. Unbeknownst to the user, they're just visiting the website the normal way that they do, and these addresses are going to populate. So as you can see here, we will actually track the total page views. When's the last time that person was on that website? And was that person from the mailing list or not? Okay, anybody here used to use Pearls? I'd like to get a raise of hands of yes, we used to use Pearls. Okay, oh my gosh. Anybody still use Pearls? I think this will be fun to see. And he's still using Pearls. We got 1, 2, 3, 2, because one person raised twice. Okay, 2 of you guys, I want to point out, I had 20 yeses and I had 2 no's. Isn't that amazing? So Lead Match completely, what is Pearl, someone said. Lead Match completely replaces the need for personal URLs, okay? Because the person doesn't have to type in anything unique. They just go to the website the same way they always do, and our system is actually going to do the work for them, okay? That's what's incredible about Lead Match. And any website you guys can think of can benefit from this. You do not have to limit Lead Match to your direct mail clients. Anybody can use Lead Match. Go to your local car dealership and say, hey, I got to show you this technology, and get them on Lead Match. Okay, so that's why I'm so excited about this technology. So with that, I showed you very quickly, guys, and I did it in 10 minutes, all 7 technologies under one roof, all 7 technologies attached to a direct mail campaign. And you can manage everything under one dashboard. So at this point, I wanted to give the floor, because you guys are going to have a lot of questions and Mark has a lot to say. So Mark, if you can get your audio and video up, I'd like to introduce Mark Hale, who's the CEO of Wilson Print and Marketing. And he's been a partner now for, let me make sure I have this right, Mark. Are we at 3.5 years, or are we at 2.5 years?
I think we're 3.5.
That's what I thought.
2017, the fall.
The fall. That's what I thought. Okay, I had my numbers right. So Mark Hale, CEO, Wilson Printing and Marketing, his technology that he rebrands our service is called Direct Mail Scout. So whenever he talks about Direct Mail Scout, he's talking about yours truly. So let's ask you your first question. I just want to give you a hello. Everyone give Mark a raise of a hand, because he's taking time out of his day to just help you guys, and no return to him other than a pat on the back. So I really appreciate you being here, Mark.
Okay.
So the first question I wanted to kind of open up and ask you about 5 main questions that a lot of people emailed in. And these are the 5 questions. And the first one is, what prompted you to sign up for Direct Mail 2.0 3.5 years ago?
We were looking for something that could set us apart from, other printers and other marketing companies, in the area that we dealt with. And it gave us a way to get out of the commodity based platform. So when you're selling printing ink on paper, it always comes down to, commodity price based stuff. With this, it gets you, elevates your company or out of that commodity based system, because the guy across town probably doesn't have this program, and it's a lot more profitable. Raises your percentage of profit on direct mail 60 to 70% on that.
Wow. On the total sale. So you're seeing 60
yeah.
to 70% increase on the total ticket when it comes to margin.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. It's funny, Mark, I use you as an example sometimes because I get this a lot. I'm worried about other people in my area signing up for the product and competing with me. I get that all the time. And I actually am guilty of using you as an example too many times. I say, do you know where Mark Hale's business is? I always say, Wilson Printing is basically across the street from one of the largest postcard selling companies in the United States, Postcard Mania. And you could throw a rock and hit Mark from their building. Isn't that true? So yeah. I wanted to ask another question about that. Has location affected you whatsoever when it comes to selling this product?
No. I mean, we sell all over the United States now, and predominantly probably 80% of our business is in the state of Florida, but we have a lot of clients all over. So, and we never come across Postcard Mania, ever really on the street. So it's kind of interesting.
Wow, that is interesting. Okay, good. So thank you for your answer. So let me ask some questions. So I got a question from David saying, are your pricing projects as all inclusive or showing this as a line item add-on so clients can choose to add it on? Good question.
Yeah, it's a good question. We add it all in together. I mean, we don't sell anybody until they go through the PowerPoint presentation to explain the program and how it works together. And then once doing that, probably 85-90% of people like it, really want it, and then we move on with that. And it's just built into the package. So
when you're telling someone your postcard's going to be 70 cents a piece or 75 cents, is that you're just doing it all in?
Yeah, it's all in. We'll show the breakdown where they have to pay up front. Obviously we charge them the setup fee for the the DM 2.0 and the printing and the mailing list and all that. And they pay that with the order, and then we bill them for the postage, and the mailing cost as they mail.
Got it. Awesome. Question 2, how did you effectively launch Direct Mail 2.0? I'd like you to tell the story of how you went from nothing to where you are today and that ramp up process.
Well, you yourself have got to be really excited about the product. I mean, we do a lot of self-promotion, a lot of mailings to promote our company. And, it's just getting on the phone, calling your existing clients, getting in front of them, showing the product, putting a package in front of them. You'll have new clients calling in, once you start your self-promotion and mailing.
Clarify the self-promotion and mailing part, because that's
we do DM 2.0. We put that on our mailing. We'll lay anywhere from, we're not a big self-promoter. I do 5,000 to 10,000 postcards a week we send out, and it just depends on budget for the week, how many we send out.
5,000 to 10,000 a week, guys. I know he says that's not a lot, but does anyone here mailing 5,000 to 10,000 a week for themselves? I'd like to know that.
Erica just asked a question. Yeah, we do it. We haven't missed a week in 12 years. I mean, we did it before we were DM 2.0, but it works. And then after tell you an interesting story, we started the program. I signed up, and I was not sure that we were going to be able to upsell basically for what the printing costs were is what we were going to charge for the Direct Mail 2.0 portion of it, the credits. And I wasn't sure people would pay for it. And started promoting and we got rolling into it, and we have it hooked up with us. So we're using the credits to actually do the remarketing ads for ourselves and all that. And at the end of like 3 or 4 months, we'd gotten a few calls and leads, not many. And I was ready to scrap the whole program. And my daughter, who works with me, who's somewhat younger and a little more tech savvy than I am, said, no, we need to keep this going. Look, because we noticed on our website, on the traffic that was going there from Google and the amount of remarketing ads that were being shown, that it was getting traction. People were, logging into it, going to our website, and the remarketing ads were following them around. Well, by October, November of that year, we started getting anywhere from, on a slow week, it was probably 18 to 19 leads a week, up to 35, 40 hot leads a week coming in. And it hasn't slowed down since, coming in from, everywhere. I mean, it was just some of them coming in from our direct mail pieces, some of them coming in from the website. After a while, it kind of all blends together. All I'm looking at is we're getting leads, we're selling new clients, but you could really see on the graph, really an upward tick once the remarketing ads kicked in. And right now, I think I've got, last time I looked, about 20,000 business owners that we've mailed to that have went to our website sometime in the last few months, that every time they go on Google and Facebook, there's Wilson Print Marketing. So we're following them around. So reminding them why they went to our website. And it's really pretty amazing.
That's incredible, Mark. And I think a lot of people are blown away by the volume that you were modestly saying is small, 5 to 10,000 a week. There's not a lot of printers who are mailing that much to promote themselves, Mark. That's unusual.
Well, even if you're mailing 1,000, 2,000, just be consistent with it. I mean, you sell direct mail, my opinion is you have to walk the talk. So if you're promoting yourself as a marketing company that's selling direct mail and you're an expert at direct mail, you need to be doing direct mail to promote your company, because there's too many companies out there that claim that they're an expert in some sort of industry, but actually don't walk the talk. And I think it's really important, if you're really going to get behind this and be successful, you need to walk the talk yourself, even if it's on a small level. Start out somewhere, 500 pieces, 1,000 pieces, whatever. Just be consistent with it. And as your sales increase and your budget goes up, increase the amount that you're spending on mailing. So
awesome. Thank you so much. Really insightful. So I got some questions for you, Mark. Are you including Direct Mail 2.0 as a do for you service when you print and mail postcards? So when you're promoting Wilson, are you also throwing in Direct Mail 2.0 in that promotion?
No, what I found to work, and we've kind of switched a little bit in the last few months, but we started out and I was all excited about the product, and I was putting in Google and Facebook and all the things on the postcard to mail it out. And what I found works better is you promote a loss leader on postcards and you send it out. And then
just postcards.
Yeah, on postcards. I'm not promoting at this point. I'm not promoting. It's like fishing. I put a little bit of bait on the hook. It's a loss leader. They call, and then when they call, we segue in the conversation, and I should pull up the PowerPoint, do a screen share, present the whole thing, the Direct Mail 2.0, and usually 95% of the time it's, oh my God, this is great.
That's amazing.
They like it, and they buy it. But before, the number of leads that were coming in just by promoting Direct Mail 2.0, those type services was lower. And I think people are so busy today, they don't have time to absorb all that. They can't absorb a, really cheap postcard or really good postcard deal. And, they'll call in from that. So that's what we found works.
So the postcard is the bait, and then they come in through the website, make an appointment, or they call in, and then you guys will pitch Direct Mail 2.0 every time, and you'll sell them the whole package at that point.
Yeah.
That's brilliant. I hope everyone really gets that advice, because that is sound advice. Okay. Less is more. That's basically Mark's advice here. So I have one more question, then we'll go to the next main question from Mark. This is a question from Michael. He's saying, how much hand-holding is there with each customer at the outset? and then a job and then on a job by job basis? Do you need somebody dedicated to servicing customers on this end, or do your customers take the lead at some point?
Yeah, that's a really good question.
I agree.
You have to handhold them. I mean, they're most of the business owners that you'll come across or deal with, they're not technically savvy. You'll give them their password to log in, and a month and a half later, they don't know where it is. Have never been on the dashboard. So what we do is, as salespeople, once every 4 to 6 weeks, we'll just go onto the dashboard, take a screenshot of the their stats, and then mail it or get on the phone with them and call them and get them to log in and go through their stats and show them, where their campaign is biting, how many calls they've got, how many people went to the website, how many people are on lead match, if they want to download that we could get the identities for. And, we do it that way. You just have to do it. Plus, if you're selling a longer term contract, I don't know if any of you have been sold anything and then the salesperson doesn't call you until the thing's up for renewal. It's really a bad service point. So we try to go a little above and beyond, and call them and go over their stats with them.
That's smart. So just to recap, you're doing basically a 3 to 4 week kind of dashboard review per se.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to, it doesn't have to take a lot of time. A lot of times you can just email that screenshot, or you can out and put it in and just mail them a little letter. Hey, you're doing great. Call me. I want to go over your dashboard. Boom.
So you see how that motivates people? That's incredible. It's really smart. All right, question 3. What is your sales process for getting clients to pay extra for direct mail 2.0? This is the $1 million question, Mark. People want to know this.
Well, I mean, it's really simple. It's just basic, good salesmanship for one. And two, it's showing a PowerPoint. You can present it verbally over the phone or in person, and somebody will get quasi interested in it, but you have to get them on, if you're selling by phone, which most of our sales are via phone. And you've got to go through the PowerPoint and do a screen share and present the thing so they know what they're buying, because it builds value. And the PowerPoint actually ties everything together so that it makes sense, for the client. And I thought the biggest objection was going to be that, we were charging, anywhere from 15 to 17 cents a piece for credits, that there was going to be buying resistance on that, and people were going to resist at paying that. And everybody that goes through the PowerPoint and listens to the presentation and sees the program, it's never come up once as an objection. Not once.
Wow.
So
value over cost. That's what happens, right?
Yeah, you've got to sell the value. And, I had a salesperson, he's no longer with us, but I had a salesperson that refused to do the PowerPoint. And he was one of these, high speed, low drag kind of sales guys. And he was on the phone, and he verbally could convince anybody just about on anything. And we had a very high cancellation rate, unhappy clients, just simply because he didn't show them. They would get the bill, or, they just didn't understand. So you have to take the time and go through it. It pays off in the end. It's a little slower, but
Great. And then the PowerPoint, I'm getting questions on the PowerPoint itself. So we do offer PowerPoints that you can rebrand. I'm sure Mark has tweaked it. Feel free to take what we give you and tweak it yourself. But we definitely have a PowerPoint that we have found that is very successful in pitching to the end user. I have a question from our very own Erica Switzer, actually. She's asking, Mark, how has leveraging bulk partner level credits, for people who don't know what credits are yet, credits are basically the transactional fees to actually doing a job. How has leveraging bulk partner level credits attributed to selling a product, where when you're buying in bulk packages?
Yeah, it levelizes your cost basis. So you're buying a bulk amount for a set price. And if you look at the gradient scale of credits, if you don't do that, it'll go anywhere. I don't remember off the top of my head. It's been so long, but 7.
So they start at around 7, 7.5, and work their way down.
Yeah. So you buy 1 million credits, or you can buy whatever. I don't know where they even go now on the thing, but
endless.
usually buy 1 million at a time, and it just standardizes your cost.
Okay, good. Well, the advice there, guys, is ask one of your channel sales managers about what's called partner level credits. Write that down and definitely inquire about that. We have another question as well. Someone was asking, can you clarify that 15 to 17 cents per piece upcharge?
Yeah. Whatever the let's say the client buys 20,000. The total campaign that we're running is 20,000 pieces. Let's say it's 20,000 times 15 cents a piece, and that's what we charge them for the direct mail 2.0 and all the pieces that go in with it.
That's incredible. So guys,
the cost for the printing is whatever it costs for 20,000 postcards or whatever it is we're mailing.
Yeah, so if the postcard by itself with postage is 55 cents, then add 15 cents to that, you're at 70 cents.
Yeah.
Okay, that's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. So question 4, how has being a partner of Direct Mail 2.0 affected your total print and mail business? Not just, selling 60% more margin on each mailing. How has it affected your business as a whole?
Well, it's a good new business line. So you get people in, and then from there you're selling them the letterhead, the envelopes, pocket folders, whatever else they need, to help their business grow. And the biggest thing, and I mentioned this earlier, is it got us away from being a commodity, because, it seems like, and I'm sure a lot of you can relate, that, nobody wants their printer to make any money, right? It's like you get beat down, they're getting 3 or 4 quotes, they're going with the lowest price provider. And Can we
get a hallelujah on that, guys? Raise your hand if that's you.
Yeah, it's just and we've done it to ourselves. We've allowed ourselves to get into that. I've got, competing printers here in town that I've got one in particular. He'll mark up his paper cost 10%, and that's what he sells a job for. You can't keep your doors open this day. You've got other overhead costs that you have to account for, and you just can't do it. Well, with DM 2.0, with the price you're selling the credits for and stuff, it automatically elevates your profit margin, on the job, and kind of gets you out of that, that commodity mess that's there.
Yeah, it's a race to the bottom for sure. What about other sales, cross-selling your clients, other print products? Have you ever kind of gotten people excited about Direct Mail 2.0 and then they became a customer because of that excitement, and they bought other things from you that you wouldn't have sold otherwise?
Yeah, we get jobs where we come in and we bid, forms, or we do, like I said, pocket folders, letterhead, envelope, the lead match portion of it. Now you've got a section where you've got the lead, the identity of the person that went to their website that had some sort of interest in their product. You need to reach out to them again with another offer or, call. So we'll do follow-up mailing campaigns. They're always smaller, so you have to mark them up, to make it worth your time to, intention to go after, because it'll get kind of cumbersome if you don't. But you sell them the follow-up sales letter, or you mail a welcome pack, or a coupon book or something. Just depends on
exactly. So just to clarify, Mark's talking about lead match, which is the pixel that goes on the website. So on the back end of a Direct Mail 2.0 campaign, or concurrently with a campaign, a client can buy the leads and then send a mailing out through their print partner. So that's the idea, is that you can basically continue to sell that client outside of Direct Mail 2.0, the lead match program. And that is any idea on how profitable you found lead match can be? Because the cost per lead on lead match is 12 cents a record. So what have you found?
Well, yeah, some clients will, we just usually double the cost on it. It's our rule of thumb. But, we've got another person, and I think it's a partner of DM 2.0, where we can do data mining on the lead match. So and this is particularly valuable to certain types of industries, especially the ones that are selling bigger ticket items. But we can data mine. Once I have that person's home address, I can get their head of household name if they didn't come in from the list or from the mailing. I can get their phone number. I can get about 40% of their email addresses. And we've even taken it out where we can get the date of birth, marital status, home value, all that, and bundle that all together. And certain industries really find that valuable because now they've got, they can qualify the prospect that went to their website more.
Amazing stuff. Absolutely amazing stuff. Thank you so much. So last question, and then we'll also answer some more of your, you guys have been typing a lot of questions, so I will get to some of them. But the last question I have for you is for all those printers and agencies concerned with, signing up for direct mail 2.0, and then their clients don't want to buy it. This is the number one objection I get. It's like, hey, this all looks really good, Ian. I would love to sell it, but how do I know my clients are going to pay me any money for this? What advice do you have for those guys?
Well, that's a valuable question. I would just say you've got to do it. If you walk through and do the PowerPoint and you actually, present the package and present it, your clients are going to buy it. Do all of them buy it on the spot? No. I mean, we get probably, I don't know, half the clients that we sell, it's after we follow up with them. It's maybe 3 or 4, 5, 6 months later, they buy it and they come on board. You just have to walk the talk. You have to the only way this thing fails for you is if you don't get out and present it to clients and you don't present it enthusiastically and you don't ask for the order. I mean, if you show them the product on the PowerPoint, I mean, there's nothing out here like it. Everybody knows, they may not vocalize it, but direct mail is the only advertising medium that you can do that 100% of the time will reach a prospect. 100% of the time, there's nothing else that you can do. You can't do radio, you can't do TV, you can't do billboards, you can't do Google ads or Facebook ads, and be guaranteed that 100% of the time that they're going to get that direct mail piece. And because the United States Post Office delivers the mail every day to people. And so the other thing that, it's the only thing that they've got. And then when you combine all these electronic things that most businesses know they need to do, and you show how it works together to actually make it all work better, it'll work. And then the other thing that I would say that you can do with this is DM 2.0 offers, co-selling. A lot of their marketing channel sales managers will actually get on a call with you and help you present it. And that's a good gradient for you. If you're a little uncomfortable with it, get Erica or Morgan or somebody and get on the phone with the client and let them present it and listen to what they say and how they handle it. And, just learn through osmosis. But it's really not complicated. It's pretty easy sale. The hardest part is to, present the client, get the client interested enough to listen to the pitch. And then once you present it, usually it's pretty good because there's nothing else out there like it.
Awesome. Fantastic answers. Thank you so much. I have some really good questions for you, Mark. I want to dive in. So Frank asked a really good question. What is the retention rate for this program? Once a client completes a multi-month campaign, how many renew for another campaign?
It depends. That's a little bit all over the board. I'd say about half of them renew, and then probably 20 or 30% of those come back after a period of time. It's just like with anything else. A lot of that is handled, though. We found that if you're doing you're mailing them the screenshots and you're walking them through the dashboard, because early on we sold people, 6-month deals and, didn't call them back until the, 5th and a half month.
Yeah.
And, it's way too late at that point, to handle anything. So, you just have to service your client and we get a higher renewal rate since we've been doing that.
Well, that's really good advice. So basically, the advice is to stay in touch with your client before that campaign ends. Don't call them day 90 on a 90-day campaign. That's not a good practice. Call them day 30, day 60, and day 90, so that by then they know their results throughout that entire campaign. And also another point is, how are you going to sell them lead match if you don't check in? They have leads hitting their website every day. How are you going to sell them when those leads are hot, if you aren't looking at these dashboards, and these leads are going to go cold, people aren't interested in your service forever. So you need to check in, look at your clients' dashboards. If you can, do them on a daily basis. It only takes 30 seconds to look at a dashboard. It doesn't hurt, right, Mark?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Awesome. So I have another good question. I have a question from Crystal, and she has an agency. She said, we don't print anything currently and are seeking to add a new line of service to our marketing strategy business. How would we use Direct Mail 2.0? We would have to couple this with a printer and printing service. So what would you say for someone who doesn't do the print in-house?
Well, I'm assuming that if you've got contacts with printers and, you get people to buy or to print whatever it is you're printing now, it's just the same thing. You send it out for bids, you get somebody that gives you what you need, and then you've got it all packaged together and with the, the credits and everything when you sell it is what I would do.
Excellent. Thank you. Awesome. I'm getting a lot of questions about how you handle the lead match leads and how you handle the mailing. So when leads come in, at what point do you start talking about lead match, and how do you price it out? Do you price it out a la carte, or do you kind of bundle everything into the package of the whole retargeting program?
It depends on the actual industry that we're calling on. So if you've got somebody, like if you got a car dealer, for example, they're going to want as much contact information as you can get, on that prospect. So we sell it out at 69 cents per minimum order, 89 bucks. And that's for the name, address, phone number, and email as available. And they have to understand that the data on the email and the phones is raw data. It's not scrubbed against the do not call list or anything. So, but it's usually not a problem because most of the time, it's, although we've had some of our bigger clients get, 2,000, 3,000 leads. And that's another important thing with your leads coming in, that you want to stay in touch with them, is because if it gets up, 1,000 to 2,000 and you're charging them for those leads, that turns into a big bill and it's out there all of it by itself. So if you hit them when it's 400 or 500 and download those, and then go to the next time it gets up another 400 or 500 to download those, I've found that you sell a lot more than trying to sell somebody 3,500 leads that went to their website. Because even if you cut it down, it's still a big chunk.
Good point. So basically you're doing smaller batches, and the leads are warmer that way too.
Yeah.
That's really, really smart. A couple more questions for Mark, and then I don't want anyone to leave. I have something to show you guys on the last slide, so please don't go anywhere. You don't want to miss that. I have a question from Don. He says, how has your sales force changed in numbers and in maturity knowledge in the last few years, from being order takers to now being more consultants?
It's changed, quite a bit. You've got, if you've got your old line print salespeople that are usually, they're used to calling on agencies and, bidding for a project, sometimes with those guys, it's a harder transition to get over to a marketing point of view or consultant. But once they make the shift and start approaching their clients as a consultant and not a salesperson, the order size goes up, client retention goes up, everything goes up. So, but there is a bit of a segue period. Like now, our people are, they're all geared towards DM 2.0 and being a consultant.
Exactly. You got them well groomed, Mark. So I want to close out a little bit about Mark. How many staff do you have? I just want people to be able to relate to you and your business. How many staff do you have?
We're not huge. I mean, I think we're up to 17 now. And
there you go.
We signed up for DM 2.0. We were like at 9. So it's in our area, sometimes it's hard finding, good quality people. So just kind of add them one at a time.
But what does that tell you? They got 17 people. They're selling multi-millions of dollars worth of print and direct mail 2.0 per year with 17 people. It just goes to show you that the amount of margin you could make, you do not have to have a lot of people to do this, or a lot of technology, right, Mark? I mean, you're still outsourcing your direct mail, right? You're still actually only doing the print part.
Yeah, we just do the print part. We've got a mail house that we work with on that portion of it. So
So there you go. That's good advice too. You do not have to do your own mail. If you have a mail house, or just go get a mail house vendor, just print the cards yourself, print the envelopes, send them off to the mail house to handle it. So this just brings up the point. You do not have to have before you can do. Okay. You do not. I have brokers who are 1 or 2 people shows that are selling this product like crazy. Erica can chime in. Erica, don't we have a couple that are just literally 1 or 2 man brokers that are absolutely dominating it with this product right now? So I just wanted to point out, you do not have to be a giant printer with 200 employees with the 20-man sales team to succeed at Direct Mail 2.0. That is a lie. And Mark is here to prove that to you. So Mark, I really appreciate your time. It's been absolutely invaluable to hear from your viewpoint. And I thank you for letting us into your business and into your life and a little bit of your trade secrets. It's awesome. Everyone, if you want to give Mark a shout, you can give him a quick raise of hand as a thank you, because he did this totally just at the kindness of his heart, because he's a Texan with a big heart, right, Mark?
Tennessean.
So I wanted to show you guys, this is what I wanted to show before you ended. We're doing an exclusive for this webinar. So do not go anywhere. Hear me out on this pitch, because I think it's important. If you're gonna become Mark Hale someday, we all want to be like Mark, right? And you want to sell this product and be profitable. I'm gonna give you a leg up. I'm gonna give you something that's gonna help you get there faster. So by the end of tomorrow, if you sign up, you're gonna get 2 free months on your first year. Just for signing up, we're going to give you 2 free months attached to your first year. What that means is your renewal date will be, instead of March 1st or February 22nd, 2022, your renewal date is going to be April 22nd or 26th, 2022. So you're going to get 2 free months for doing nothing. If you sign up by the end of March, we're going to give you a month. So if you're not ready today or tomorrow, and you don't feel like you have enough information, then you're still going to get a deal by the end of March. But if you do think this is something that you want to sign up for, and you know that you have to integrate and you have to do more, and you can no longer just be a commodity business or you're going to die, which I hope you feel that way, because that is the truth. Why not let us help you make that decision by the end of the day tomorrow and get 2 free months, which is so much more time for you to ramp up and get to know the product, do your first co-sales, rebrand all your marketing materials, get your website up and running. That's such valuable time that you can have. So that is the deal we're running right now. And I repeat, 2 free months if you sign up by the end of the day tomorrow. Feel free to chat into the panelists here. I am keeping notes if any of you are interested in learning more about that deal. I'm not going to hold you to it, but I want to know if you would like one of our business development people, to reach out to find a license that will work for you to get the 2 free months. So feel free to chat into me. I won't tell anybody. It's confidential, I promise. In addition to the 2 free months, we are actually throwing in something else. First 5 annual paying partners to sign up from this webinar. This is kind of a race, and I blame Erica for this because she has all the great ideas. The first 5 are going to get 5,000 free credits that they can use for their first job. Just on top of that, okay? 5,000 free credits on your first job if you are the first of the 5 people to pay for the annual license. So as you probably have noticed, I did not go into licensing. I did not go into the price of credits at all. And I want you guys to schedule with us. So just because you're interested doesn't mean we're going to hold you to the deal, but feel free to schedule a demo with us on our website at www.dm20.com. And let's get a demo in. Feel free to call. Our number's right on our website, and we will be happy to give you a demo between today and the end of the day tomorrow. We're working really hard to get as many partners on board by the end of the day tomorrow. So we will squeeze you in if you want to get more information on how you can get the 5,000 free promotion credits and the 2 free months. Again, quite an awesome deal, guys. So hey, I really appreciate you guys coming aboard. I know there was a little bit of salesmanship in there, but come on, right? You got to pay the bills somehow. But what Mark gave us is such valuable information. He's a real breathing human being that is living the life of a direct mail 2.0 reseller. And he's been doing it for 3.5 years successfully. And to be honest, Mark wasn't one that I thought was going to absolutely crush it. I really didn't, because he has no technology. His printer equipment's old as dirt. And I was like, oh, we'll see if he makes it. And look what happened. Mark was partner of the year in 2019. So again, thank you all for coming, and go to www.dm20.com to schedule a demo. And if you're going to sign up, you have about 36 hours to do so and get that deal. All right, guys, over and out. Thanks a lot.